And welcome to a Tuesday edition of our brand new program, Wake Up Gig Harbor.
Phew, boy, look at that. Ugly out there this morning.
Hi, everybody. It's Wake Up in NC Valley, Tuesday, the 9th day of October 2018. I am Dan Kuntz, your host, and news guy. Steve Hare to my immediate left, Uriah of Tunk Mountain. In control because Kat, our usual producer, director extraordinaire, is still a little under the weather.
Yeah, it's kind of going around, isn't it?
I can't believe she came in yesterday. I mean, she looked like death, but
Yeah,
she got through the show and then got the heck out of here.
Yeah, notice we're going to get our flu shots this week, too.
Yeah, well, next week on the 19th, we're getting
That's
flu
right,
shots.
yeah,
Yeah,
next week.
looking forward to that. Company pays for it, too. Thank you. And which is a good deal because you don't want to get sick. You don't want to get the flu. You don't want to get sick. Nobody likes to get sick.
No,
It has
especially
been
your
going around.
employer doesn't like you getting sick.
No, because
Even worse, bringing the sickness to
Yeah.
work. That's even
yeah,
worse.
that's even worse. And we touch a lot of the same equipment, you know, keyboards and TriCasters and cameras and what have you. So you have to be real careful about it. Kat Lysoled up the control room before she left yesterday. It smelled
Thank
like a
you.
hospital room. But you're right. I mean, productivity, your personal productivity goes down when you're not at the office. That's one of those things that they teach you in business school.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you don't show
sure.
up to work, you're not going to get a lot done.
Business 101.
Yeah, Business 101, yeah.
Except in our case, where we have remote access now, and
Yeah.
there are expectations built into that, isn't
Yes,
there?
there is. That's one thing. When I had a brick and mortar store, of course, in Wenatchee for 5 years, I discovered that when you're
Kuntz
closed,
Music.
yeah, when you're closed, you don't sell as much. You just don't. And now, of course, with online, you can sit there at 2:30 in the morning in your underwear and buy underwear. Go figure.
Master of the obvious.
Great show for you today. Thank you very much. I do have a tremendous grasp of the obvious. Great show for you today because, well, we promised you a great show. We got some good stuff. Steve has the news. I'll be tackling sports. You like that metaphor, tackling sports? Also, we have the obscure holiday today in history, birthdays. Everyone is entitled to my honest opinion. What?
No, I got it. I figured it out.
I'm doing really good, even though my Yankees got clobbered last night.
Ooh, what was
by
it,
Boston.
16-1?
Yeah, don't remind me.
Adios.
I stayed through the whole thing because I'm a true fan. I'm not a fair weather fan. I watched all 9 excruciating innings.
Glutton for punishment is what
Well,
you are.
I'm a fan. I'm not going to walk out on the team when they're down 16-1 in the 8th inning. It's baseball. You can't run the clock out. You never know. You still get your outs. Anyway, we'll talk about that when we get to sports. My guests in the second half of the program, Jeff Blackburn and Alex Haley. The Artifact is coming to the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center the last week in October. It's kind of sort of like bringing back the haunted house that we were all used to back in the day at the Mission Creek Players would put on. It kind of fell by the wayside. It takes a tremendous amount of organization. It takes a place to do it.
Yep.
You know, they didn't have a home for it for a while, but they came up with a really unique, cool thing. They've been on the show before, and they're going to be on again today to talk about the Artifact. That's something you absolutely want to put on your must-do list of things for the Halloween season. The Artifact is coming. We'll explain more about that with Jeff and Alex in the second half of the program. As you can see behind Steve,
Not looking too good this morning out there.
it's going to get better. We're
I
gonna see some
love the
sunshine.
moisture, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, oh, and we got some rain. I mean, for the month of October, since the rainy season is actually October 1st through September 30th. That's what they defined as the rainy season. The rain year is what they call it. It's still 365 days, but it's kind of altered a little bit. And since we started the new precipitation year on October 1st, we've had a 1/4 inch of rain, which we needed.
That's good.
In the last 8 days. We didn't have a great deal yesterday, 0.08 inches, but it was steady. Here's the weird part about yesterday, the weather. Yesterday's high, it was only 51. That was it. 15 degrees below normal. It was chilly, it was raw. And the overnight low wasn't an overnight low, it was 48. So we had 3-degree difference between our high and our low yesterday.
A little clammy.
Yeah, clammy. That's a good way to put it.
Well, one thing I did notice, though.
What's that?
Folks, if you're driving around Wenatchee, you may want to slow down. Those freshly paved streets, when they get wet, I'll tell you what, they're slippery.
Well,
So be careful out there.
keep in
especially
mind
on the
that
freshly
Steve,
paved
yeah, Steve
asphalt.
drives like Dale Earnhardt Jr. anyway, so just take that with a grain of salt. I've been in the car with you, Steve. Scary. I'm kidding.
They call me evil.
Yeah. Steve is a very safe and conscientious driver, and he always uses his rearview mirrors. Let's go around the valley and see what we got, which is probably
Pretty much
this.
the same.
Yeah, I think that's our cross
Unless you're
camera.
the lead dog, of course, the view is the same.
Exactly. That's an actual representation of what's going on at the top of Wenatchee Heights, what we call our cross camera. You see it every morning almost. It's covered in fog and clouds, and obviously raindrops have penetrated the camera there. It's somewhere down there is the Wenatchee Valley. We haven't gone anywhere. So
It's
there
up
you
in the
go.
clouds.
I have no idea if we're going to have any kind of cameras to look at today.
Probably
Uriah will
not.
know. Let's find out. Uriah, what you got for us? Okay, there you
Well,
go.
there we are. Yeah.
That's not bad. That's a Rondo Rock, of course, with Turtle Rock plainly in the distance, pointing down towards the Wenatchee Valley. Grant used this camera last night when he did the weather forecast during the news, because it was about the only camera he could see anything with. And that's obviously one of our lower cameras, normally with the Skyfire protocol, which allows you to get screaming fast internet without having fiber. The dishes by default have to be way up high, and that's where we have our cameras. This is one of the lower cameras, so we can actually see what's going on. Camera 3, Uriah says, and we find out together, well, there's Omi Garden. And that's a perfect example. If you look all the way across to the cross camera, you can see it's
in the
sucked
clouds. That's
yeah,
right.
but not Omi Garden. Ironically enough, that camera is about the same height and elevation as the cross camera. It's just on the other side of the valley, so we can actually see the valley there. And I think he has that pulled out quite a bit. So again, the clouds will be departing as the day progresses. The rain will be dying down. Ooh, a little windy there. So we are in for a little bit of a break, and then starting later on this afternoon and really lasting through Friday, it's going to be very nice indeed. Sunshine will be back. Camera 4, what do we got? That's the Waterville camera looking down
Wow.
the Eddie. That's cool.
That's a nice shot.
Isn't that neat?
Nice angle.
I like that. That's way up there, of course, because Waterville is way up there, and you can see Aniat plain as day. That's a cool shot. Kind of strange how some cameras are completely socked in, and you go no more than half a mile, and you're fine. That's just the way it is sometimes.
Well, Aniat's growing, isn't it?
Aniat?
Yeah, towards the north end there, it looks like they've got a lot of new development taking place out there.
Well, ever since they decided to build the Aniat Center, which is going to compete directly with the Town Toyota Center, it's going to seat close to 10,000 people there, I'm told.
Well, yeah, plus, yeah.
So that construction is due soon on that, isn't it? We love Aniat. It's the gateway to recreation. And there you go. That's our look around North Central Washington with our high-definition Valley View cameras. Let's take a look at the forecast from the National Weather Service. Kind of a 50-50 kind of a deal today. We're going to have some rain and some clouds this morning, and then partly sunny this afternoon. We still have that low pressure that's moving through the region today, Steve. So rain this morning. It should be done by noon. We'll be done with any kind of light rain. We'll be considerably warmer, about 60 degrees, because later on this afternoon, the sun will be popping out. So partly cloudy skies this afternoon. Clouds will be hanging around for the most part tonight. More clouds than moon tonight, 42 for the overnight low. And then we got sunshine Wednesday, sunshine Thursday, excuse me, sunshine Friday. Gradually warming up from 61 to 64 to 66 to 66 to 65. Good looking weekend. Big stretch of sunny and mild weather. Just what the doctor ordered, because we got the rain and we needed the rain, and then we'll have some nice weather for outdoor activities, because you got to cram them in while you can, Steve.
Well, I was thinking too, with the nighttime lows dipping down there to almost the upper 30s, I guess, with clear skies, it's not going to give us our insulator blanket there.
No, we won't. Yeah, that's what we need. Like I said yesterday, it was just weird. A high of 51 and a low of 48. It happens. You know, it happens more often than you think. Just a 3-degree difference in 24 hours. But that was indicative of the thick clouds and the sun took yesterday off. That's your forecast from the National Weather Service. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Steve Hare has your Tuesday morning headlines, and there's a bunch of them. The Steve with news hair. The news with Steve Hare is 1 minute away. Can I go home now? You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley from Studio 9 on the NCWLIFE channel.
The NCWLIFE channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and Other Stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa. And the Arbiter of Stoke. NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station.
Hello, Wenatchee Valley. Christian Shaman here with Bay Equity Home Loans.
Let us make your dream of home ownership a reality. We're here to guide you through the loan process every step of the way. Check out our convenient online application. Bay Equity Home Loans in Wenatchee, your home for loans.
Stop on by or give us a call today.
And now it's time for your local news update with Steve Hare.
Welcome back to our program for this October 9th, Tuesday. Again, I'm Steve Hare. Here's what's happening around north central Washington. First of all, in court yesterday, the man who set the 2015 Sleepy Hollow fire. That fire burned down 30 homes and several warehouse facilities in the Wenatchee area. That man has now been ordered to pay $10.6 million in damages. 40-year-old Jeremy Kendall was ordered by Chelan County Superior Court Judge Leslie Allen to pay restitution for the damages, but whether or not he'll ever be able to pay out that amount is uncertain at best. Chelan County Prosecutor Doug Shea said it's unlikely he'll ever be able to pay it. He told NCWLIFE News that the damage toll could go even higher.
Could still be additional restitution that could be requested from some of the warehouses, I think, that burned down. This pretty much covered the information that we have from the area in the Broadview area.
Kendall was sentenced to 27 months in prison with 18 months of supervision after his release, with credit for time served both in jail and in mental health facilities. He was then released to supervision. Also this morning, Wenatchee police say you're asking for trouble if you leave your car unlocked at night. Numerous car thefts have been reported around the city recently. There's a video that was captured on a home surveillance camera of a suspected car prowler, shared by police on their Facebook page. Captain Edgar Reinfeld said most of them involved unlocked cars parked along the street.
They're scattered all over the city, but pretty much all north of Cherry Street, which is the only real thing tying them together, aside from the fact that all but one or two of these involved a vehicle being left unlocked and valuables left in the open. We did have one with a broken window to get at a wall.
No suspects have been identified yet. Reinfeld also reminds vehicle owners not to leave your car unattended while warming up that engine. It's that time of the year. He says the number of stolen vehicle reports always increase when morning temperatures start to drop at this time of the year. Elsewhere, the Wenatchee School District Board of Directors met in special session yesterday to make a final selection of a firm to help the district search for a new superintendent to replace Brian Flonis, who's stepping down at the end of this year. The board voted to approve a $21,000 contract with an Illinois-based firm, Hazard, Young, Attia and Associates. Monday's action comes amid board members Laura Jakes and Walter Newman calling for a delay in hiring a search firm because, in their words, the other school board members overstepped their bounds in the search process. They suggested an interim superintendent be hired until members of the school board work out their issues. Brian Flonis announced earlier this year that he is retiring from that post. Over the next 2 weeks, we'll be bringing you coverage of the 4 initiatives on the November statewide ballot. Today, we begin with a case for voting yes on Initiative 940. It's prepared by broadcast partner TVW. I-940 would require law enforcement to receive violence de-escalation, mental health, and first aid training. It also would change the standards for use of deadly force and create an independent investigation into those types of cases.
Hi, I'm King County Sheriff Mitzi Johanknick, and I support Yes on Initiative 940. I've been in law enforcement for over 34 years, and I have led SWAT teams, run complex investigations, commanded a precinct, and worked in community policing. I know and love the law enforcement profession. I also know how important trust is for building safe communities, and I believe Yes on 940 will increase trust and be a win-win for communities and police. I want to share some basic information about Washington State so you know where we stand. Last year, Washington had the 5th highest number of deaths from police use of force in the nation. We know that the loss of life is devastating for both families and officers. Yes on 940 addresses this by providing officers with greater violence de-escalation and mental health crisis training across Washington. It also provides first aid training for officers and requires first aid at the scene. The focus on prevention and greater training will save lives and is good for officers. Yes on 940 helps protect people experiencing mental health crisis. Up to a third of those killed by police in Washington state have signs of mental illness. Yes on 940 improves mental health training so officers know how to handle difficult situations and keep people with mental illness safe. Yes on 940 also addresses a big gap in our state law by creating an independent investigation process for these tragic instances. I support a fair process to determine if an officer acted reasonably. Yes on 940 acknowledges the complex situations that law enforcement officers might find themselves in and proposes training to address the impacts of bias, stereotypes, and stigmas. People with disabilities, people of color, youth, Native Americans, LGBTQ people, and people in poverty are sometimes misunderstood in a crisis. Yes on 940 provides modern training to help officers communicate with people from different backgrounds and from all walks of life so that police better understand the people we serve. I will be voting yes on 940 because it will make our families, communities, and officers safer. It is a well-written and thoughtful proposal. Please join me in supporting yes on Initiative 940.
And again, we invite you to tune in later this afternoon during our 5 o'clock NCWLIFE Evening News with Grant Olson, where we'll be providing you with the other side of the I-940 initiative argument, the no on I-940. You can watch that later today. We'll also share that with you tomorrow morning on our Wake Up Wenatchee Valley program.
Which reminds me, it's 4 weeks from today is Election Day.
And Wednesday, tomorrow night, is our Candidates Forum.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Numerica Performing Arts Center, the doors will open at 6:30. The forum will begin at 7 o'clock. You are on the panel.
That's right.
Representing the NCWLIFE channel. It's 3 media outlets we've teamed up together to put this forum on at the Numerica PAC. It's Steve Harrell will be representing the NCWLIFE channel. Russ Hemphill will be joining us from the Wenatchee World on the panel, and Dan Longhonger from Coho Radio. The three of you will be asking the candidates the questions. And of course, you can watch it on TV, you can listen to it on Coho if you so desire. You can be there in person if you so desire. If you haven't had a chance to meet the candidates one-on-one, this will be your opportunity to do so because they will be there. It'll be a good show. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be interesting. A lot of very, very qualified candidates this year, and no lack of issues to discuss either.
And you know, kudos to those people who decide that they're going to go ahead and throw their hat into the ring, because it's not a pleasant thing to do. It's like having your wisdom teeth removed once a week for about 8 weeks as you go through the election process.
Especially these days.
Yeah, it can be painful. But anyway, so there you go. The forum will be on tomorrow night. Again, at the Numerica Performing Arts Center. It's open to the public. It's absolutely free. Doors open at 6:30 and it begins at 7 o'clock. And that way, when you head to the polls or however you vote on November 6th, you're an informed voter.
And if for some reason you can't make it tomorrow, we will also be recording that debate.
Yeah, we'll play back quite a bit at the forum. Yeah, absolutely we will. 18 minutes after the hour, the news with Grant Olson comes your way at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. Your 3 chances to check out what happened on this Tuesday. Grant Olson in the anchor chair. He also handles the weather forecast. Eric Granstrom handles sports. Eric's going to be back today, even though he was under the weather yesterday as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, Eric with sports, Grant with the news. It comes your way at 5, 6, and 10. Also, you can watch it on demand on our website at ncwlife.com. You can also watch it on our Facebook page as well. Uriah's doing double duty today. He's got to do this morning show and he's got to do this afternoon's news. So be gentle with Mr. Darby today.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
Be nice to Uriah. We need Uriah doing good. You want to be a part of our news team, or at least, you know, if you got something that you think might pique our interest and demands the attention of the general public, there are any number of ways to do it. Steve, you want to do the honors?
Yeah, and by the way, thanks to those of you who've taken advantage of our many ways to contact us, to share with us your ideas for news stories. You can do so on our website at ncwlife.com. You can write to us at our email address, news@ncwlife.com. Talk to us on Facebook and Twitter. And of course, we have a breaking news hotline for you to call. If you see news happening, call 888-6295.
Just not right now, because that phone rings at Steve's desk, and this is
I will run.
Steve's desk.
I'll pick it up. You bet.
Temperatures around the region, let's see here. Good morning, Omak. You're at 40. Everybody's got clouds and fog and some light rain in many locations. Omak, you're at 45. Downtown Cashmere, 51. Suburban Cashmere, 51. Dryden, 51. Peshastin, 51. And outside of our studios, 48 degrees. As you can see, Overcast and cloudy, but partly sunny skies coming this afternoon. We'll be drying out. 20 minutes after the hour, sports is next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley live this morning from Studio 8 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCWLIFE channel.
I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE channel.
I'm Eric Grandstrom with NCWLIFE Sports.
I'm NCWLIFE News Director Steve Head.
Catch us on Local Tel Channel 12.
You can watch us on Charter Channel 19 or stream us live on NCWLIFE.com.
Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Where we cover the local high schools, the Wenatchee Wild, and the pro teams out of Seattle.
On Saturday, we have a 90% chance of rain.
Catch it all right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
I have a doctor who knows what they're talking about.
It's just so much more hands-on and friendly than anywhere else I've ever been.
It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted.
We've just been grateful for the care and respect that we've been given there.
And here when I come to visit my doctor, I'm not afraid to ask questions.
It's not just about getting you in and out.
I love my care at CVCH. It's awesome. Give it a try.
And welcome back. 21 minutes after the hour. A nice little view of Turtle Rock there from our Arundel Rock camera. We normally show you the camera at the top of Wenatchee Heights, but it's a little fogged over, as you might imagine, on this Tuesday. Let's get right to it. The Les Schwab scoreboard, Major League Baseball playoffs. From last night, Houston batted around in a 6-run 8th inning. They complete the 3-game sweep of Cleveland, 11-3 the final there. The defending World Series champions await the winners of the Boston-New York series for the American League Championship Series. The Dodgers, they punched their ticket for the second year in a row to the National League Championship Series. They ousted Atlanta 6-2. David Freese delivered a 2-run base hit to turn the game around for L.A., and Manny Machado's 3-run home run was the capper. Dodgers advance. They'll take on the Brewers. Brock Holt became the first person to ever hit for the cycle in a postseason game in Major League Baseball history yesterday. Boston pounded my Yankees 16-1. Boston could wrap up the series this afternoon. Game 4 in the Bronx, 5:04 on TBS. Let's take a look at the prep sports schedule for today. First, in soccer, take a look at it. Manson is at Liberty Bell. Chelan is at Cascade. Those are 4:30 games. Kashmir will host Omak at 6:30 under the lights. Eastmont's on the road. They'll take on Eisenhower at 7. And tonight, live right here on the NCWLIFE channel, it's Wenatchee and Davis from Lee Bofto Field to the Apple Bowl. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiesen on the play-by-play. Prep volleyball tonight. Antioch hosts Cascade Christian at 5:30. 6:30 start time for Lake Roosevelt at Manson. Waterville Mansfield hosting Liberty Bell. Chelan traveling to Cascade. Omak is at Kashmir. Eastmont is on the road at Moses Lake, against 7 o'clock. Everybody into the pool. The Wenatchee girls swimming and diving team is in Yakima today. The Panthers have a double duel with West Valley and Sunnyside at Lion Pool today, 4 o'clock. I didn't know Lions could swim. In cross country, Bridgeport hosts Cascade, Moses Lake, Okanagan, Tenasket, and Wilson Creek at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Some news that came out rather quietly on Monday, but those fans of Jeremy Andrews are pretty happy, and I'm one of them. Yeah, Jeremy's coming back to the big city. He's been announced as the new general manager of the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Of course, Jeremy spent most of his childhood at the WVSO. He moves back home after working the last couple of seasons at the Evergreen Speedway in Monroe. And it appears a group is going to make another stab at indoor football at the Talon Toyota Center. We hope it happens anyway. Mickey White of the Wenatchee Valley Rams posted this on his Facebook page, that he's going to be the head coach of the new Wenatchee Valley Skyhawks, an indoor football team that will begin play in 2019. According to their Facebook page now, the Skyhawks were founded by Hook Sports Media. They'll play in the American West Football Conference. But if you look for a Hook Sports Media or the American West Football Conference online, we can't find anything. Hope it pans out. Of course, the Wenatchee Valley Venom were the first to try indoor football. That was 8 years ago, but they suffered from poor attendance and they folded after just a couple of seasons. Indoor football teams in Spokane and Tri-Cities have been around, but they're not around either. And that's sports and just some of the games that people are playing on this Tuesday morning. Let's do the obscure holiday. On this 9th day of October, today is Curious Events Day. Crop circles, where do they come from? You love conspiracy theories? This day is for you. Life is full of curious and strange events. For instance, why do they sell hot dogs in packages of 10 but buns in packages of 8? Things like that. Why do those socks disappear after doing laundry? Why do people open their mouths when they apply mascara? does Bigfoot exist, you know? Who made Stonehenge, and why is it there? The curious, the mysterious of life. Today is Curious Events Day today. There you go. This show is a curious event every morning, wouldn't you say? Let's do today in history. It's the 9th day of October, October 9th, 1701. 317 years ago, the College of Connecticut, which was later renamed Yale University, opened its doors. It was chartered in Old Saybrook, Connecticut. Happy 317th birthday to Yale, who's done pretty good. 5 U.S. presidents graduated from Yale. 20 United States Supreme Court justices graduated from Yale. 20 living billionaires graduated from Yale. Many, many heads of state all over the world have diplomas from Yale, plus the mascot, Handsome Dan. That's the name of the Yale mascot. Happy 317th birthday to the Yale Bulldogs. October 9th, 1919, 99 years ago today, the Cincinnati Reds won the World Series, defeating the Chicago White Sox under mysterious circumstances. The Black Sox scandal. Ooh. Oop. Apparently we don't have that photo. Anyway, Cincinnati defeated Chicago, and as it turns out, of course, as we all know by now, there's the Cincinnati Reds. Well, the White Sox threw the World Series. They threw their hat in with the gambling interests. One of the darkest days, if not the darkest day in baseball history, when Cincinnati won the World Series, and they probably shouldn't have. And if Chicago had tried hard, they wouldn't have. October 9th, 2007, the Dow Jones Industrial Averages closed at the all-time high of 14,164. That's a big number. The all-time high, October 9th, 2007. October 9th, 2008, the Dow Jones Industrials fell below 9,000 to 8,579 for the first time in 5 years. That's right, it lost almost half of its value in the course of a year. We all remember those days from late October 2007 to October of 2008, 10 years ago. Do some birthdays for you. At 27 minutes after the hour, John Winston Ono Lennon. John Lennon was born in Liverpool, England on October 9th, 1940, assassinated on December 8th, 1980 at the age of 40, the founder of the Beatles and a 2-time Rock and Roll Hall of Famer with the Beatles themselves in 1987 as a solo artist in 1990. John Lennon would have been 78 years old today. Another Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, maybe the greatest bass guitarist of all time, John Entwistle, the bassist of The Who, was born in this state in 1944, passed away at the age of 57. In 2002, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1990. Speaking of Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, Jackson Browne is 70 years old today. All the great music that Jackson Browne has produced and written over the years. Happy 70th birthday, Jackson Browne. He is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, class of 2004. And Tony Shalhoub celebrates his 65th birthday today, probably best known as Monk. Very entertaining television show. Tony Shalhoub, the American actor and producer, he now pretty much works on stage. He's 65 years old today. If you know somebody celebrating a birthday or a special day, an anniversary, get them to me. Go to our Facebook page and private message us. Go to NCWLIFE's Facebook page, go to the message page, submit your birthday. I'll do my best to get your birthday on the air here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Going to take a break. When we come back, everybody is entitled to Mike Magnotti's opinion. And my conversation with Jeff Blackburn and Alex Haley, we're talking about the artifact. It's hard to explain. You'll just have to stay tuned. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley live this morning from Studio 7 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCWLIFE channel.
The physical therapists at Cascade Medical love the outdoors as much as you do. But sometimes where there's love, there's also pain. Let us help you get back to the activities that you love. Cascade Medical, partners in your health.
You don't want to see this happen. It's the oil light on your car. Oil is the lube of life for your car's engine. At Alignment Pros and Express Lube, they pour the best oil your car deserves. Expect fast, friendly, superior service in a clean environment. They'll change your oil and perform a 21-point inspection while you enjoy the comfort of their amazing waiting room. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
Bay Equity Home Loans in Wenatchee, serving all of North Central Washington. We make it our priority to learn all about your financial needs. Whether you're buying your first home, refinancing, or want a reverse mortgage, our mortgage professionals are ready to guide you through the loan process. We have a wide variety of loan products to fit your family's needs. Call Bay Equity Home Loans of Wenatchee today for your pre-approval. 509-888-0466.
This is State Representative Kerry Kandata inviting you to watch our new and improved 12th District 2.0 show. Now featuring more information on federal, state, and local issues in a leaner, faster format. Guest hosts John Wise and Shiloh Shower bring it all home with yours truly, Kerry Kandata. Why do we call it 2.0? Because just like me, it's the stronger, faster, and lighter version of today's politics. Also available on demand at NCWLIFE.com.
With 15,000 square feet to explore, you'll find something special at the Antique Mall at Cashmere. For the do-it-yourselfers and those with a keen eye for making something old, fresh and new again, the Antique Mall at Cashmere is the place to come find your next project. From the coin enthusiasts to avid collectors, Antique Mall at Cashmere has treasures in every corner. Come find your treasure today. Antique Mall at Cashmere's friendly staff is here to help. Stop on by today.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, retail businesses, if you're not doing so well, here's a tip. I believe the concept of retail is that a business wants people to come in to that business and exchange their money in their pockets for the merchandise the business has on its shelves. Well, okay, fine. But here's the important part. The exchange occurs at something called a checkout stand or a cash register. Now, this is the point, right? A customer takes your stuff and gives you money. Wouldn't it therefore make sense to actually have a sufficient number of people at the place where this exchange is supposed to take place, so that the potential transaction can actually occur within a reasonable amount of time? Now, I mean, in my own limited perspective, that's what I think is a good idea. Now, maybe consider it. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
I have a doctor who knows what they're talking about.
It's just so much more hands-on and friendly than anywhere else I've ever been.
It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted.
We've just been grateful for the care and respect that we've been given there.
And here when I come to visit my doctor, I'm not afraid to ask questions.
It's not just about getting you in and out.
I love my care at CVCH. It's awesome. Give it a try.
When it comes to finding a memory care community, you want the very best. You want to know that your loved one is safe and receiving compassionate care in a loving environment. Fieldstone Memory Care is an innovative assisted living community designed for those with Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's disease. You'll find a community specifically designed to enrich residents' lives. The Fieldstone team is here to help you navigate the important decisions you face when a loved one has dementia or Alzheimer's. Welcome home to Fieldstone.
I'm Jenny Rojanasatian, and this is Guada TV. Every week we will be bringing you a first look at North Central Washington business, tech, and education news. You'll hear from local influencers and innovators who live right here in the Valley. Together we'll discuss hot topics, current events, and resources that can support your business, our schools, and this community. Join me every week, and let's get inspired.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up.
In the investment world, ROI stands for return on investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCWLIFE and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
The NCWLIFE channel, in collaboration with Coho 101.1 and the Wenatchee World, is proud to present the 2018 Candidates Forum this Wednesday, October 10th at the Numerica Performing Arts Center. Candidates for the state legislature, Chelan and Douglas County Commission candidates, Chelan and Douglas County Sheriff candidates, and more will field questions from a panel of 3 distinguished journalists. This event is free and will be televised live at 7 p.m. Wednesday night on the NCWLIFE channel. And welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. The Artifact is coming. We've been teasing this for you for the last couple of weeks. Big fundraiser all to benefit the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center, who needs all the help we can get and all the love we can give to them. It is basically just like it used to be back in the old days, only better. And 2 of the creative forces behind the Artifact to talk about what exactly is the Artifact. To my immediate left is Jeff Blackburn, and the far left is, everybody knows, Alex Haley. He's a local celebrity. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Been a while. First of all, for those of you who don't know, who hasn't tuned into the show for the last couple of weeks, first of all, shame on you. Second of all, Artifact 101. Just give people an idea of what exactly we're talking about.
Right. So my fellow producer, Bill Brown, and I, we're going to produce a haunt, which we've done previously in the Wenatchee Valley, for Mission Creek players. And we spent about a year looking for a place, couldn't find one. In the meantime, Cynthia Brown, famous director in town, was approached by the museum to do a haunt. She contacted us, we did a walkthrough, and we put something together that would fully benefit the museum.
And you went to haunted house school, didn't you?
We did. We spent an entire 4 days and 8 hours a day taking notes. So it was a lot of fun. We learned a ton, and this is kind of the fruit of that. We're making an immersive experience. It's going to be a guided tour, because you just don't let people walk through the museum.
No.
But it's going to be a guided tour through the museum and allow people to experience this immersive kind of museum comes alive, and you're kind of trapped, and what looks like it's safe isn't, and that kind of thing. So, you know, Satan puppets. I think that's probably the, yeah, that's right. We're talking about very large puppets that worship Satan. We'll see, I don't know.
It's the creative process for this whole thing must have been just fascinating, because you wrote this, you guys are writing an original story.
Yes.
That people are going to immerse themselves in as they go through this tour.
There's a backstory, including Zach, who's our paranormal investigator, Milo, who's our professor from Cambridge, whatever university.
Lots of typecasting going on.
Yeah. We obviously don't have time. Normally a haunt would take 2 months to build. We're building this in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we've just been in prep mode of utilizing what's already there at the museum and just walking through and making a storyline. Everything's coming apart. Everything is Stranger Things. It's turned upside down. The realities are intermingling, and so...
This starts opening night, and I'm going to use the theater term opening night. The curtains part on the 25th of October,
That's right.
You guys are going to make that deadline?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't have a life for the next 2 weeks, but yeah. Yeah, it's going to be nonstop.
You've been working really hard. I know both of you guys have in the basement of the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center getting prepped.
Mostly Jeff.
Jeff's been doing it. So
I just show up for this.
Any surprises? Because for those of you who've never been in it, the bowels of that building are pretty cool.
Yeah, we didn't have to do much. It feels like The Shining. It's just big long hallways with creepy things everywhere. So we're not going to have to do a lot of decorating down there. The trick has been just making a space that was not designed for people into one we can put people in. So there's lots of little exit signs and fire alarms that we have to deal with and things like that. So there's still some challenges, but the people at the museum have been absolutely fantastic. You know, shout out to Jill, who's been bending over backwards for us. And so many people who have just really stepped up to the plate to make this happen.
Give me, Alex, give me a plot, as much as you can reveal, give me a plot synopsis of the...
What can we reveal? How far we've gone so far?
Sure, yeah.
Well, so I play Zach Baggs, paranormal investigator, and he's the...
Double K, by the way.
Double K, double A, Zach Baggs. As you can see, he's kind of the black hat cowboy that comes in and
The good-looking rebel who plays by his own rules.
Well, the rebel. We'll just call him the rebel.
Okay.
Love to hate.
So yeah, kind of he's a trust fund kid, and he has a YouTube channel, and he sees this artifact, and he sees a way to exploit it and make money and fame out of it. And the professor doesn't want that to happen. And,
there's your conflict.
there's
You
the
got to have your
conflicts.
protagonist and your antagonist to make it work.
And so the professor is like the Indiana Jones of this scenario, and I come in and I'm the Nazis or whatever, and mess things up, and then everything's going to go to hell.
Do you like playing the bad guy?
Yeah, well, he said we have a slimy ghost hunter that we want someone to play, and I was like, I think I have an idea if we might want to play that. It does hurt my feelings when people say typecast, but again, they're not wrong, so it's fun.
How much rehearsing is going on before the 25th? Are you going to rehearse this like it's a show?
Yeah, we're working on the final of the script right now, actually today. So there's a lot of little things that will be scripted, but then there's also a big improv part of it. So as we encounter things, as we may have to delay a group, you've got to be able to blow it up. You got to be able to be, these people that are guiding you through are way more lost than you possibly could think they would be. They have no idea what's going on, and that's part of the fun of it.
They're acting like they.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's gonna.
So if you go through this twice, and most people are like, well, you're going to get two entirely different experiences.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, there'll be some of the same, scares and things that pop out, and but there's also an element of it's just happening live. So, and each guide will have their own little story and their own little character that they're bringing to life. So, yeah.
What's it like working without a net? It's kind of fun, isn't it?
Coming.
It is, yeah. You have to believe in the end result and be motivated by what you're doing, and I think that's really kept us going. We've never done one where, we're not getting any kickback. This is fully for the museum, and I think that's really enabled our sponsors like Confluence and.
Yeah. Oh, please mention sponsors. Please.
Confluence Health is our big sponsor. They came on board and they've been awesome. But Cascade Subaru, Town Ford, North 40 Productions is doing we're going to film some stuff here in a couple days and do our final little video clips, and we're going to start dropping videos. Hooked on Toys threw in a bunch of stuff for us that we needed. So many great sponsors that have really, like I said, made this possible. We're spending about, one quarter of what we normally spend on a haunt. Partially because we don't need to build for 2 months.
That helps.
Yeah, the already existing spaces, and again, people who have just really, like Casey at the museum, this is not her project, but we're like, please help us. So they've really bent over backwards for us. So from all our sponsors, thank you. This is going to be a real experience.
You mentioned your production partner, and obviously the two main characters are going to be played by Alex and Milo, who are two of my favorite people. Some of the other people who put in long volunteer hard hours to make this happen. Some of the people maybe behind the scenes that are making the artifact come together.
Yep. So far we've got about 35 people who have volunteered. We're looking for about 5 or 10 more. So if you want to volunteer, please see us at North Central Washington, NCWLIFE Productions. Yeah.
You'll remember that.
Yeah, no problems at all.
Yeah, put that on the screen.
You should have made that a little longer.
I know. Well, Google wouldn't let us
into
make it shorter, so at gmail.com. So that's NC, North Central Washington Paranormal Investigations Productions. So NCWPI Prod.
What's the meat and potatoes? First of all, what's the scare factor on this?
It's going to be about 10 and over. There's not going to be a lot of bloody stuff.
Gore, right.
Yeah, not a lot of blood and gore, but a lot of jump scares, a lot of intensity, some stuff that comes out of the smoke and comes at you. So it's going to be intense. If it's not scary, we're not doing our job. And I'm not having fun if I'm not scaring somebody. So I always say I never laugh harder than putting on a haunt. So it's yeah.
We got some tickets to give away, and we're going to do that in just a couple of minutes. So get ready to message us on our NCWLIFE Facebook page. Am I forgetting something? There's like
Well, the dates, of course.
Yeah, let's get that.
October 25th, 26th, 27th. That we're off on Sunday. And then back 29, 30, and 31 we close on Halloween.
And there are set times, like every 30 minutes a group goes through?
Well, it'll be a lot faster than that. We're going to open doors about 6 and we'll go until the line just disappears.
And how many people per group are taking this quote-unquote artifact tour?
We're going to do between 4 and 6 people on a group.
Oh, so it's very intimate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and we'll have anywhere from probably 3 to 6 groups at one time in the room, or in the building, because it's 3 stories. It's a pretty big space. So we'll be putting probably about 3,000 people through over the entire course.
We
of the
hope.
run. Well, at least.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's kind of the number we're working on right now, and we'll be handing the museum a big check in the end. So
I hope so.
Yeah.
We love the museum, the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center. Yeah, what's
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
You're going to get $12 worth of fun out of this, aren't you?
Yeah. If you go and you want tickets now, you can go to the museum and buy tickets now. They're only $10. If you buy them at the door, they're $12. So it's worth going down to the museum. It's the only place you can buy tickets in advance. You can also buy like these Fast Pass ticket that will get you past the line. They're $17 for Fast Pass tickets. So make sure you go down there, go say hi to Jill and Casey and grab some tickets at the museum and take a tour while you're there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they got a great new photography exhibit down there.
Join the museum. Join
Yeah,
the museum.
yeah,
'Cause
do
they have
that.
that reciprocal stuff. The Museum of Pop Culture is part of that reciprocal thing. So you join the museum and you can go to all kinds of different
that's
museums
pretty awesome.
all
Yeah.
over the state.
It's a great deal.
And you don't have to fork over the extra bucks. So here's how we're gonna give away a pair of tickets. I got 2 of them. So somebody's gonna win a pair and somebody else is gonna win a pair. And I'll be the first 2 people who private message us on our Facebook page, NCWLIFE Facebook page. All right, go to Facebook, or in your Facebook, if you will, type in NCWLIFE in the bar. You'll see our Facebook page. It'll pop right up. Go to the private message, and the first 2 people who do that, and don't forget to put the contact information down so we can get back to you. You're gonna win a pair of tickets to any night that you want to go see the artifact. All right, fair enough. And once again, that website that Jeff just talked about to get more information is Q # small c. How did that go again? That's the
NCWPIPROD@gmail.com.
MOUSC.
And these are Fast Pass tickets. So
these are Fast Pass tickets.
Oh yeah, get you right up the door.
Pocket there. And the contest is over, and the winner is. All right, one more time, right before the show, you're going to come down and pay me a visit?
Yeah, we'd definitely like to.
See if you can bring Milo down.
Yeah,
instead of
it'd be
Alex.
great to have
Nothing
these
against
guys
Alex,
go
but
at it. Yeah.
Alex.
It's too early.
Yeah, it's too early for
It's
Alex.
way too early for me.
You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel. We'll be right back. The NCWLIFE channel, in collaboration with Coho 101.1 and the Wenatchee World, is proud to present the 2018 Candidates Forum this Wednesday, October 10th at the Numerica Performing Arts Center. Candidates for the state legislature, Chelan and Douglas County Commission candidates, Chelan and Douglas County Sheriff candidates, and more will field questions from a panel of 3 distinguished journalists. This event is free and will be televised live at 7 p.m. Wednesday night on the NCWLIFE channel.
Thanks to the help I received at Goodwill,
I have a job.
I'm working now.
Thanks to Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill. Thank you, Goodwill. Thank you, Goodwill. Thank you, Goodwill.
Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to get you back to work. When you donate to or shop at Goodwill, you're really helping people find work.
Thank you.
Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Hello, Wenatchee Valley. Christian Shaman here with Bay Equity Home Loans.
Make your dream of building your own home a reality today. Bay Equity Home Loans has teamed up with Real Homes to make building your new home a smooth process. Bay Equity Home Loans of Wenatchee offers new construction loans, FHA 3.5% down, and VA 100% construction loans.
Stop on by or give us a call today.
I have a doctor who knows what they're talking about.
It's just so much more hands-on and friendly than anywhere else I've ever been.
It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted.
We've just been grateful for the care and respect that we've been given there.
And here when I come to visit my doctor, I'm not afraid to ask questions.
It's not just about getting you in and out.
I love my care at CVCH. It's awesome. Give it a try.
The physical therapists at Cascade Medical love the outdoors as much as you do. But sometimes where there's love, there's also pain. Let us help you get back to the activities that you love. Cascade Medical, partners in your health.
Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. Yeah.
There he is. Sure wish he was here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Little 4-point.
It's a nice kokanee.
Solid fish.
The NCWLIFE channel, in collaboration with Coho 101.1 and the Wenatchee World, is proud to present the 2018 Candidates Forum this Wednesday, October 10th at the Numerica Performing Arts Center. Our live broadcast comes courtesy of our title sponsor, Jeffers, Danielson, Son, and Elward, and our supporting sponsors, Lake Chelan Mailboxes, Local Myth Pizza, Doghouse Motorsports, and Stormy Mountain Brewing. If you can't be there in person, watch it this Wednesday night on the NCWLIFE channel. Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We're here live in Studio 10 in downtown Wenatchee. Dan Kuntz, Steve Hare, and although social media and I have a troubled relationship, it certainly works when it comes to giving away tickets to the Artifact, because I solicited, of course, just a few minutes ago for people to chime in on our NCWLIFE Facebook private message page, and we got some winners, Steve. Steve has it on his phone.
As a matter of fact,
here.
yeah, I didn't know what was going on until my cell phone started going crazy here, but the Holtzes of Wenatchee, apparently. Troy and Gidget wrote in, and they'd like to get some tickets to the Artifact.
So I got a pair for you here.
And then Stuart Anderson also is looking for some tickets as well.
Okay, well, we'll get in touch with the Holtzes and Stuart from Black Angus fame, from the restaurant?
I don't know.
The rancher, Stuart Anderson?
I have no idea.
Wow, that would be cool. Well, no, that can't be happening because he died like 2 years ago.
And Gidget holds rights to us, to NCWLIFE. Would love to have those tickets. And then she says, love waking up to your show.
Oh, good.
So,
well, thank you. That brings our total viewership up to 9.
There you go. Yeah.
I believe. So we're almost to double digits. Congratulations. I'll be getting a hold of you folks. And these are the Fast Pass tickets to the Artifact.
Okay.
This is going to be really cool. This is just this is a neat way to bring back the haunted house, which everybody loved. Well, you know, it was a big popular thing back in the days when the Mission Creek Players put it on. It was one of the best haunted houses around, and it just, again, it's
kind of like the night at the museum then.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I love the fact that they went with an original story that they decided to do themselves. So, and those guys have been putting in long hours to get the museum ready to go for this cool event.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I'll have them on one more time. I think I might even get a chance to bring our cameras down to the museum proper and watch them do some of the work as they prepare the museum.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, I'll endeavor to make that happen between now and when the Artifact opens. But we're real busy around here. We got a lot going on. We got, hopefully, keep your fingers crossed, hopefully we got soccer tonight. We're scheduled to do the Wenatchee Panthers and the Davis Pirates at Leibofta Field at the Apple Bowl at 7 o'clock tonight. The reason we're scheduling it, but we're kind of on the teetering point, is that we're a little short-handed at the TV station. We got some sick people, and there's some people who really know how to operate stuff better than others, I guess is the best way to put it. So we're scheduled to do Davis and Wenatchee soccer tonight at Leibofta Field at the Apple Bowl. We hope we'll be able to pull off that broadcast. Again, we're a little short-handed, and the last thing we want to do is get more people sick. We want to avoid that. We're definitely going to have Wenatchee and Eastmont soccer. This will be great. They had a tremendous matchup about a month ago at Leibofta Field at the Apple Bowl. The Panthers just barely snuck by the Wildcats in penalty kicks in a very entertaining game. Well, part 2 of that, the sequel, will take place in East Wenatchee on Thursday. We will have that game. Wenatchee at Eastmont girls soccer, and then on Friday, the Sunnyside Grizzlies will pay the Eastmont Wildcats, visit the Wildcat Stadium for high school football, and we'll have that. So we got a live broadcast for sports tonight, we hope. Thursday, we know. Friday, we know. And sandwiched between all of that, tomorrow night, our forum.
That's right, our candidates forum, and we'll be featuring all the contested races in Chelan and Douglas County, minus the judges.
Yeah, we won't be doing the judges and the Chelan County Assessor's Office. Dina Walter agreed to appear in our forum, but her opponent, Kevin Omi, declined his invitation. Dina Walter will be there. She just won't be participating in the forum proper, but she'll be there and she'll answer your questions, and you'll have a chance to meet her firsthand. Outside of that, all of the contested local races, the candidates on both sides will be there tomorrow night at the Numerica Performing Arts Center. Doors open at 6:30, And the forum will begin promptly at 7. If you can't make it to the Numerica Pack, again, it's absolutely free, no charge at all. If you can't make it, you can watch it on TV, listen to it at Coho if you so desire. I believe the Wenatchee will be live streaming it as well. Some of the stories we're working on for the 5 o'clock news.
Coming up, by the way, we just have some breaking news just happening, just moving over the wire, that President Trump has accepted the resignation of the UN ambassador, Nikki Haley, who just resigned from her position. And he'll be talking about that in a speech coming up apparently a little later this morning. Also, we're working on the continuing process at the Wenatchee School District to find a search firm to help them look for a new superintendent to replace Brian Flonis. And they did take some action at a special meeting yesterday to hire an Illinois-based firm to start that search process. So that's a story we're working on. And we're endeavoring right now to work with the Chelan County Chelan County Justice Center to get a tour of the jail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I need some B-roll.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. We're going to check out the jail. So
wouldn't it be terrible if you go in to film B-roll of the jail, a tour of the jail, and everybody in there goes, "Hi, Steve."
Yeah, right. Yeah. But the Chelan County Commissioners are going to be given a tour of the jail today.
And maybe we can tag along. Maybe.
Hopefully.
Don't know.
I'll try.
And of course, with Nikki Haley, this explains everything, because I was walking by your desk the other day and I noticed that you were updating your resume. And now that Nikki Haley has resigned, I know you've had your eye on that UN post for a long time, Steve.
Well, actually, I think I'd be better as a lobbyist.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to take one more look at your weather forecast. It's looking better. It's looking better. Stay close. That's next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE channel.
I'm Eric Grandstrom with NCWLIFE Sports.
I'm NCWLIFE News Director Steve Hare.
Catch us on Local Tel Channel 12.
You can watch us on Charter Channel 19 or stream us live on NCWLIFE.com.
Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Where we cover the local high schools, the Wenatchee Wild, and the pro teams out of Seattle.
On Saturday, we have a 90% chance of rain.
Catch it all right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
The physical therapists at Cascade Medical love the outdoors as much as you do. But sometimes where there's love, there's also pain. Let us help you get back to the activities that you love. Cascade Medical, partners in your health.
I have a doctor who knows what they're talking about.
It's just so much more hands-on and friendly than anywhere else I've ever been.
It's really great to walk into somewhere where you feel welcomed and you feel accepted.
We've just been grateful for the care and respect that we've been given there.
And here when I come to visit my doctor, I'm not afraid to ask questions.
It's not just about getting you in and out.
I love my care at CVCH. It's awesome. Give it a try.
Never.
And we are back. Just about a minute to go on this program on a cool and rainy Tuesday morning. But there is relief in sight. If you'd like the sunshine, it's making a comeback later on this afternoon from the National Weather Service. Here's your forecast. It looks like this. Partly sunny later on today. The rain should be done by noon, and even whatever rain we're getting between now and noon is going to be just super duper light sprinkles. Really nothing coming down at all. We'll warm up to 60 degrees, which is 9 degrees warmer than it was yesterday. So some morning clouds, light rain giving way to sunshine later on today. It's going to be a little cloudy tonight. Overnight low of about 42. And then here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. A lot of sunshine Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, spilling right on into Monday. Look at those highs from the lower 60s to the mid 60s. I can live with that. Well, last weekend was supposed to be gorgeous. We had a beautiful Saturday, not so much on Sunday. But if this forecast holds true, I got no complaints at all there. None.
Nighttime lows dipping down into the
actually they're just about normal.
Low 40s.
Yeah, about normal for this time of the year. And
maybe a little frost on the pumpkin and some of those outlying areas.
I don't have one. My guests tomorrow are friends from the North Central Educational Services District. They do a monthly visit on this program. They'll be on the show tomorrow. Everybody go out and have yourself a great Tuesday, all right? We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
Clouds have cleared.